What's up, guys? So I got in the mail today some really awesome figures. I got two of the Mythic Legions Knight and Skeleton figures, and the skeleton figure is called Pixus right here. So you can see he looks pretty cool. He's all like blue and gold. This is the packaging. So you can see it was kind of hard to show you the entire package, but yeah, it's a regular one. And what's cool about these packages, like before I said, you can take out the board and put back the figure in there and make it look like, you know, it's in the blister card, and it looks pretty cool. So you can store it whenever you want, so it's better not to throw it away. The other one is Sirgodfrey. That's what he looks like right there. And I wish I could have got more of the knights. So this Sirgodfrey is the only knight I got. And I think he looks really cool. So hope the autofocus works. I don't know, something wrong with my autofocus. Sometimes it works really good, and sometimes it, so just a really nice. Mine came with a little chip right here, but I don't care because it kind of adds to the weathering. He's a Templar Knight, I think that's what they call them, and I really like these kind of armored characters from history. So I think they call them Templar Knights, and I think they had something to do with the Crusades. And I think it's really cool that they actually made a character like that, and they made a lot of variations of this character with different parts of armor and stuff like that. But this one was the one that I really liked. So because I couldn't get, you know, all the figures I wanted, I chose this one because this one just looks really nice. And his armor has like gold and silver, as you can see. So it's just really nice, really nice figure. His articulation is really good, just like the skeletons. The articulation is the same. I'll show you the articulation. I do want to say one thing that I'm kind of disappointed. I don't know why this is happening, but this did not happen with any of the other figures I got. But I noticed that when I started putting on his shoulder armor, and also when I started putting the sword on his in his hand, some of the chrome paint seems to be like rubbing on to the white or the hilt of the sword. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there, on that right there. So I was like, oh man, I gotta be really careful. So I don't know if it's that maybe with this figure, when it was put in a package, this paint was still kind of not totally, I don't know what's the word, cured or dried. So I don't know, but when I put the sword in the in his hand, I thought, oh man, now the sword is loose, you know, also flaking paint. And then I realized it wasn't the sword, it was the actual hand, because the hand is also chrome. Some of the chrome was rubbing off onto the handle. So I don't know if you can see it or is this visible, but it's there. So that's kind of that's kind of like a bummer right there because I really like this figure, but so I don't know what's going on. If it's just that maybe this figure, maybe I hope it's that with passage of time it will just dry up and it won't, you know, rub on the white or whatever. So it did rub on the black here and on the white up there. So, but it's not that noticeable, but it did happen. So let me show you the other side. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe it's just very little, but that's because I haven't, like, you know, posed them heavily and moved his arms around heavily. So kind of afraid now of posing him because of this. So other than that, he's really a great figure. Mine came with a little tiny chip here. So, but that doesn't matter because it kind of looks cool. It looks like a battle damage. But you can remove this top part right here. And this is really cool. I don't know what you call that, maybe the crest. But he does look really cool without it. His articulation there, I'll try to show articulation without rubbing the paint. It's pretty good. His head can go that way. And he can look up about that much. He can look down about that much. He can turn his head both ways and around. Let's see. He comes with the shield. Basic shield. Has a peg. This thing right here, you can peg it on to the character. Try to get comfortable here because I'm kind of uncomfortable. Yeah, just look at all the detail, man. It's really nice. This piece of armor right here kind of hinders a little bit the range, but still, that's as far as it goes in mine. So right there, I think if I push this little piece right here up, it might give me even more range, because in this arm right here it doesn't go as much up as in this one. So I think it has to do with this piece right here of armor. It's like a piece of, it's like a loose piece, like sleeved on. It's sort of like an elbow piece right here. So yeah, just a beautiful looking figure. And like I said, there's no one that's ever done these kind of characters in 6'6" form, you know. They just look great. So his articulation here is normal like all the other figures. He has some ab crunch right there. You can bend his legs to help the ab crunch. He does have pretty good ab crunch. Kind of afraid of bending him because I don't want any paint rub. His arms. Let me try to take this off right here. Here's this piece of armor right here, so you can see. Really nice. It pegs in the back. His arms can go all the way up like that. And I like his sword. It's really nice. So his legs do have the same articulation as the other figures. So about that range right there. Has really good up and down and really good pivot. So you can see that, which is very important. Which I was really disappointed with the Captain America from Mezco, because he doesn't have that. It's like very poor articulation in this area for the Captain America. So it was really disappointing, especially after paying such a premium price for a deluxe figure. that was really disappointing. Um, this guy looks just so cool. What else should I show? Yeah, so I guess that covers this guy. Yeah, the articulation in his legs, he could go up this much. He's not hindered by the skirt armor. The skirt armor has gold and silver and black, so it looks just really, really nice. These figures look really nice in the daytime when the sunlight is in the room. They look really, really nice. So I don't know why there was some kind of paint rub here. I don't know why, but so just be careful if you buy any of the knights with the metallic paint. Just be careful. Maybe it's just mine. Maybe it's just mine. Let me see. Me try to pose them in some kind of good pose. I guess it's gonna be a long video because I'm gonna try to pose them, and I'm gonna try to talk about Pixus as well. So try to fix this right here. I'm trying to find a joint. Okay, so like I said, this arm bends about that much, as you can see, but this arm I'm having trouble with bending it because the elbow piece seems to be a little lower, so it hinders. It seems to be hindering the articulation there. So I think if you take a hair dryer, it might actually help. I'll talk about Pixus in just a second. Let me try to push up this elbow piece here. It's being so stubborn. Let's see. It's being really, really stuck there. Wish I had one of my tools. Maybe I can yeah, maybe with this guy. It's always good to have tools like I use this tool. It's a dentist tool. You can find these for like $3 or $5 on any flea market where they sell tools. And these tools are awesome. They help a lot with your figures. Like I used to use it for my 1/6 scale figures, for the clothing and stuff like that. For clothing, when clothes doesn't fit right or tuck right, and this thing helps a lot with that. Also with just anything. It's a really great tool. Actually, I bought this tool when I used to sculpt a lot, so it was a great tool for sculpting. But a dentist uses this tool for fillings, and that's why it's like that flat, and it has a point right here, so it's great for sculpting like face detail, especially like the lips and the eyes. It's great for that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to push the elbow upwards so I can get more range, and it's being really, really hard. I don't know why. Oh, so I'm trying to sculpt on ZBrush. If you guys know what ZBrush is, it's a sculpting program that a lot of artists use for digital sculpting, and it's used also like a lot of customizers who know how to use it. They sculpt like heads and then they print the head, and they sell the copies, and they get, you know, and it's like a really good program for like sculpting detail. So you can use it also for parts. So you can make like a, you know, a weapon or a gun or something like that for a figure, and just have it printed out, and then you know, it's pretty cool, you know. So that's one of the reasons I got it, just for that reason alone I got it. But there's a lot of other reasons, because a lot of people who are like high-end artists in the industry use it. Actually, I didn't want to learn how to use it back in the day when I was in school, which was in 2004 when it just came out, because I was learning how to use Soft Image, but then that program got canceled. So now, like, fast forward like 10 years later, or more than 10 years later, now I'm trying to learn it, which kind of wish I learned it back in the day. Alright, so this is Pixus, and this guy is amazing. The paint job is amazing. Check it out. Look at that. Look at the detail, man. Now I know for Horsemen, I've seen pictures when they work on their figures. Well, they're not using ZBrush. They use wax, and they sculpt their figures in wax or clay, and so they do it traditionally. So, you know, that's another way you can do parts and stuff. I guess the reason I wanna, one of the main reasons I don't sculpt, because I used to sculpt a lot before, is because, you know, as you get older, your eyesight is not as sharp as it was when you were like 19. So if you have, like, you know, bad eyes, and you have to, you know, you don't want to force your eyes sculpting something really small, like for a 6-inch figure. So that's why I think digital might be for me, because, you know, you can sculpt anything, whatever size it is, and then just print it out in whatever size you want, and that makes everything a lot easier than forcing your eyes for hours sculpting a little tiny face or something like that, of that nature. So that's the main reason I just don't want to force myself to do something that's not good for me. So this guy is amazing. He doesn't come with this hammer. He comes with a sword, just like this one. So he comes with a sword and a spear and this shield. And this guy is awesome, man. He is awesome. Where do I have his parts? Let me just get his parts so you can see. He comes with an extra skull. Alright, so I got the parts. So he does come with a spear, like that. And he does come with this sword. So all these swords are really classic looking, you know, like the European Excalibur type swords, or Lords of the Rings types. So this sword comes with him with this color. And he does come with a strap, so you can put anything in here, like the sword or spear, like that, and then you can just wrap it around his body, and the way you do that is you pull his torso apart, and it's very easy to do that, and you can put it on his shoulder like that, or on his waist. So he comes with this really nice skull right here. And what's really nice about this skull is that the mouth opens. So it has a really nice paint job, and it looks great. So I keep him like this because he's sort of like the leader of the whole clan, I think, or I like to think. But put the head on him, and there. So that's what he looks like with the head on, and has really good range. You could look down really good. Well, actually, that's as far as it goes right there. And left, right, you go around. So you could, you know, do a really good expression. I love the color with the gold and everything. And the one disappointing thing about this figure is that all the other skeletons came with shoulder armor, or what do you call these? Pauldrons, right? They call this a pauldron, right? And I thought, well, they're gonna have to make it for him, right? Because, I mean, look at this beautiful armor, right? Look at this beautiful paint job. I mean, it's the same sculpt, you know, it's the same piece that all of them have. You know, it's just a different paint job. So, I guess they didn't make it for him. So, if you want to put a pauldron, you gotta find from another figure, but none of the other figures have this color. I saw one figure. It was the black guy in the set, because there was like a bunch of figures, but I didn't get that figure. So he's a knight, and it's basically this figure, but painted blue. But I don't think it's the same blue like this blue. But he does come with the pauldron. So that's the only matching. So yeah, I just wish that they would have done for him the pauldrons just like they did for all the other guys, you know. I think that's unfortunate, because he would have looked amazing with this kind of paint job. But other than that, he looks pretty amazing anyway. So, and the good thing is none of these have any paint rub. It's just this guy. For some reason, it's just this guy. Maybe it's because he's the only one who's wearing white, and maybe white is just very susceptible to paint rub. I mean, I don't know. But this guy, I really like this guy, you know. So, and I intend to get the female knights. I saw 2 of them. They're really nice. I don't know their names. And I saw a villain female, so I might get 3. But that's it. I'm not getting any more. But this line is just amazing. It's just really amazing. I like this helmet. It's really cool looking. It kind of reminds me of that character Arius. Oh man, my video is gonna run out very soon. So, all right, guys. Great figures. I would highly recommend them. Great articulation, great paint job. Even this guy is a really amazing figure. I love it. It just looks great. Get them if you can. Get them before they go really up in price, or you have to wait like a whole year to get another chance just to order them. Alright guys, take care and keep collecting.